Have you ever felt like you are struggling, right, with your kids, with your job, with life, with everything that kind of goes with being a parent, not having enough time, and now you want to think about or you're adding in like a diet plan or fitness to the routine? Well, if this sounds like you, this podcast is for you, and this podcast is called Strong Enough. My name is Coach Pete. I work with many people, hundreds of thousands of people throughout the years of my life. A fitness coach. I live this, guys. This is why I'm doing this, because presently I live this lifestyle where I'm juggling stuff. I'm going everywhere. I'm driving everyone everywhere. And it feels like I get stuck and I want this perfect workout plan or this perfect diet, and it just doesn't seem reasonable. And just speaking with an old friend of mine just yesterday, and this is where the podcast came from, and especially the name, we just decided that we want to be strong enough. Now, strong enough for what? I want to be strong enough to play with my kids. I want to be strong enough to run. I want to be strong enough for myself so I feel like I'm still there. I can still run away from zombies and protect my family. I want to be strong enough to emotionally handle loss. I want to be strong enough to emotionally handle someone passing, because this is the phase of my life that I'm at, and throughout my past I have held it in. I've hidden. I've gone quiet and tried to work it out myself, and it just didn't work out really well, to the point where I ended up in hospital. I tried to take my own life. We go down that story, but I'm not going to today because this is episode number 1 of the Strong Enough podcast, and I just want to be strong enough. And I know if you're out there and you're listening to this, you also want to be out there too, being just strong enough. And the one thing that I want to open up with is a bunch of, every episode I'm going to do is a frequently asked question, right? It's a question that I get, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or just from straight up by text messages from friends. We're going to talk about diet and the confusion of it. Right, what diet should I go on? What diet will help me lose X amount of weight? What diet is going to help me get ready for my vacation? You name the goal. Right, and the answer I will always give you, the simplest one, is which diet will you be most consistent with? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter which one you're going to pick, because Monday through Wednesday always looks nice, but Thursday through Sunday always looks like shit. Let's be honest, right? We always start really well on a Monday, you get sick of it by Wednesday, see you later Thursdays, and I'll talk to you again on Sundays. And that's not just your diet, but usually your workout plan as well. The problem here that I see is that we put too much emphasis and too much of making it a thing, right? We make dieting a thing. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to start on Monday, so I'm going to meal prep on Sunday. Now I got to go shopping, and I got to tell my friends that I won't be out with them on Friday, and you have all these extra layers that you're adding onto your life, which your life already has: kids sports, your work, your sports, right? You know what I'm trying to say? And now you're adding all these extra layers for it to become a bigger obstacle, versus creating a little bit of a habit of doing one thing. Where one thing might be, if you were eating dessert every night, maybe just don't eat dessert every night. If you're having a cocktail or a glass of wine every night, well, then maybe just not have have one less. Sure, it may not be the immediate response that you want. It's not going to be the immediate result that you are looking for, but you're creating habits that are long term. And at my age of the game, I'm getting close to 50, guys. At my age of the game, consistency is king. Consistency is making sure you show up every single day, whether you do it or not. But the attempt or the habit of showing up is the most important thing, whether you succeed or not. Because at least tomorrow you're going to do it again and again. You're not going to wait till Monday to take that step, to move it into that, I don't know how to say it, to gain some yards, I guess I say in football, right? Like just get on base. Just get a base hit. Like if you're a baseball player, I'm not. I played baseball most of my youth life, and then I stopped when I was a teenager because it got too serious. I used to like to have fun, and then when they started getting into like too much technicalities of the sport, I was out. I like wrestling instead. But getting on base is sometimes all you need to do. At least when you get on base, you have a scoring chance. And this is, I think, in a movie. What was it with what's the kid from Superbad and Brad Pitt? Moneyball. Moneyball. Their algorithm for I believe they're Oakland A's. Maybe they were the Oakland A's still then. The algorithm was to recruit people and get people that get on base. Because if you get on base, you have a higher percentage of scoring or getting a run, right? And that was their method. That was their algorithm. They didn't rely on big hitters. They didn't rely on big names or famous people. They just wanted people and athletes that would get on base. And that's the same thing with this, right? You showing up and just having more protein today, or you saying no to a dessert, or you saying I'll see you next week to a drink, right? You're putting someone on base to score points. I just made this shit up right now. This shit is made up right now. So I want to thank you for being a part of this. But this analogy makes sense, right? Because you just want to get on base. And the more times you could get someone on base, the more you can score, the more you can celebrate, the more victories that can be had. But if you're going for this home run all the time, these 4-week diet plans, these crash dieting, these no carb carnivore, whatever it is, whatever is in the media that you're going to do, drink lemon juice out of your nose, I don't know, whatever it is, that's a home run, right? And the home runs only hit and score once in a while. It's a very low percent chance of people stepping up to a plate and hitting a home run on the first at bat, right? That's a Hail Mary in football. Right, that's a 5-point move in wrestling. It doesn't happen very often. But if you could just get one takedown, if you could just score, if you just get on base, if you get 1 inch, 1 yard in football, well then, now we're talking. Now we can start stacking up the wins there. Stacking those wins up so you get onto base. Right, because your time and energy, it's a limiting factor. So what is it you can do consistently every single day, not just 1 month, no, for the rest of your fucking life? What is the thing that you're going to commit to do so? And just pick one habit, right? One little thing. The saying goes, pick simplicity over perfection, right? To hit a home run, it's got to be perfect, right? Throw that Hail Mary, it's got to be a perfect route, right? And the perfect quarterback is going to throw that moon ball. It's perfect. It's got to be perfect. But the percentage is pretty low, right? If you're simple, keep a simple plan, simplicity, well then, now you got momentum, right? Momentum is more important than motivation. Momentum is more important than weight loss. Momentum is everything. You ever just want to work out? If you ever, just comment, let me know. If you ever just started warming up, you didn't want to work out, right? But you're like, you know what, let me just do some mobility, some arm circles in place, some jumping jacks. Maybe I'll just, swing my leg back and forth, do some leg swings. And you just, for some reason, start to move into another exercise and another exercise. And by the end of it, you're already on your run or you're on your lift or on your push-ups, or you're doing something. Because you built momentum by starting. You built momentum by getting into motion. But if we don't do anything and we just put everything on paper, make a list like this, right? Look at that list. You make a list like this and then nothing ever happens, well then nothing's ever going to happen. You have to put things in motion. And if that is eating more vegetables, replacing a sugary snack, replacing a drink with whatever else. Guys, there's times that I just want to drink. I just want to fucking have a drink. Oh man, I want a drink. And then I go, wait, I'll just have a lemonade, or I'll make myself a spritz with with soda water. I have one of those, those CO2 things that make seltzer water for you. And then I'll add some lemon juice and then some sugar or some Splenda. And then my fucked up head, I'm like, oh no, I can't have the sugar. I can't have the sugar from the lemonade. Because it's demonized in my head from all the years past of saying sugar was bad. As a bodybuilder, I was not to have any carbs at all, right? Except for oatmeal, brown rice, and cantaloupe. That was it. And that's not the case anymore. But I'm still stuck with that notion that sugar is bad. But so is alcohol, right? But I'm justifying that it's I'm gonna rather have this fucking drink, this cocktail, versus having a lemonade because I'm worried about calories and sugar. Does that make sense? No, because this is already worse because it has calories inside it. Not only that, it's not just like it's empty calories. There's nothing in it. So, and it actually shuts down my body. And we'll talk about this in another episode. So make sure you guys subscribe to the podcast. I'm going to talk about the alcohol and what it's actually doing to you. I'm not demonizing alcohol either because I like to have a beverage here. Obviously, I was telling you that I want to drink, right? I want to fucking drink right now because I had a stressful day. But instead, I chose to have a lemonade. But I was scared that this lemonade's calories was going to override I don't know. This is just how my brain works too. Right, so I want you to know I make these podcasts, I make these videos because it is me internally talking to myself or talking myself out of stuff. But here's the truth. The lemonade is probably better to have, right? Because it's going to be a carbohydrate, it's going to be a sugar, my body's going to metabolize it. Right, and I chose something different. I didn't choose something that's going to really stall my progress. The alcohol is going to stall my progress. We all know it's not a healthy thing to have. Right? It's a leisure. It's not a novelty. It's a reward, right? It's not going to solve my problem. The lemonade's not going to do much, right? Especially if I make it, I can control. Maybe I'll end up using Splenda instead of using sugar. I don't know. I'll never know where it went. But if I chose the alcohol, I already know what's going to happen, right? I might have one, I might have two, then I'm just going to say, fuck it, I'm going to have chicken tenders. Versus have the lemonade. I'll have maybe some of the lemonade, maybe share it with my kids, talk, have a conversation. I don't know. But these are the choices we have. But to kind of bring it back around, the best answer for you is what is the best diet you can stick to? What's the best diet you can have is the one that you can stick to. I think I just said that. Right? Focus on the principles, not the trends. Focus on the principles, not the trends. Increase your I made a video on this on YouTube and it's making me blow up. For some reason I got 1,000 new subscribers. Thank you so much. In the past 6 days just because of this video. It's just for some reason I made it like 4 weeks ago and it tapped somewhere. And now people are really just getting onto that. Like rice isn't the devil, right? Just eat some chicken, eat some fruits and vegetables, limit your drinking. Don't drink too many sugary empty drinks like mocha frappuccino for coladas. Right? If you're going to have a coffee with sugar and cream. There's nothing wrong with it. Just do something. And then when you get better at it and you're looking for the next step, then get to that next step. But don't look for the home run first. Just get on base. Get hit by the pitch. Fuck yeah, I'm still on base. Right? You're still there. That's all you got to do. It's fairly, very simple. If you need a plan, just go to crankstrong.com. Go to, what else do I have? NoTimeToWorkout.com. I have these things. Just take them. Just go and just get on it. Right? And if you ever needed someone to talk to, you ever want to sit down and work with me, please just comment. Let me know. Who cares? You know how to reach me. I'm there. But my main goal for you guys is to walk away with from here is to understand that what is the one thing that you can do, that you can stick to. And then once you get that for a week or two, add another one. Now, depending on the speed of your progress and how you feel, you add another one. And by like the next year, I'm going to say, and this is the way we got to look at it, you're going to be flying high a lot different. And I can't wait to share the stories with you, the people that have jumped on this with me. I'm interviewing them now for the podcast because it's great to hear other people's stories and how they got through their struggles as well. So if you enjoyed the podcast, this is Strong Enough Podcast. My name is Coach Pete. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you. Subscribe. Find me on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Music. I don't know where else. All right. See you guys later. Till next time.